here at Internet of Things Izmir in Turkey. I'm here with Patrick Bosteels. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Bosteels.
Bosteels. Thank you, Patrick. So I'm here in Turkey, in Izmir. And tell me a little bit about yourself, Patrick.
Well, actually from Belgium. I've been living here now for 3 years in Turkey. I was a serial entrepreneur. I had around 14 companies, some good, some bad. And coming here, I was like, I don't want to do anything anymore like being the boss of a company or a founder. I just wanted to help the community of startups, which I already started at the end of my career, let's say, in Belgium. For the moment, it's a very interesting. Turkey is part of EMENA, so it's kind of the center. We have some other centers also, but Turkey is very important. It's a country of 80 million people, so it has a huge home base. And everything's starting here, so nothing is accomplished here like in Western Europe or in the States. So this makes it that there are a lot of opportunities. At the same time, you also have to start from scratch. So these are the two kind of things you have to take in account looking at this region. One of the things is, as it is a big country, it most of the time goes like more inside. It wants to make things for Turkey. They're not really thinking of a global idea because this home market is so big. At the same time, they also see the opportunities of outside of Turkey. So we connect more to Europe and I think less to the States for the moment.
So tell me, I mean, what I'm very fascinated about is people like you who are serial entrepreneurs have so much experience and learning and passion in entrepreneurship. Go off and seed this ecosystem of entrepreneurs, right? Tell me a little bit about your activities, Startup Weekend, this IoT Izmir. Tell me, what is your motivation?
Yeah,
it's hard work. It's not easy.
Yeah, it is. I don't find it hard work. It's more you have to find a way to make it also sustainable for yourself. It's very easy in the startup world to be very, very active and do a lot of things and become like so-called popular, but at the same time you also have to feed yourself and live here because you also have rent to pay.
To make economic sense of this?
Yeah, so the business case in what I'm doing is very, let's say, the business case is not correct for the moment, but in the meantime, it's like what every startup should do. We try to find out what is sustainable and what could be a business case. So at this moment, it's more like goodwill spreading around and creating a market, and the market is the mentors, the startups, and the investors. So you connect all these people, and we are the glue of all these people. So that's what we do with Stage Crew. So we're kind of a community platform. From that platform, we try now also to add services to it, and these services are paid. So we hope to make a business case by first of all, by education, so trainings. Secondly, pre-seed and pre-acceleration. So we are trying to create little funds to be able to invest in early stage startups where we train them. So you get a little bit of money, but you have to follow a training. We call it pre-acceleration, which is more based on skills like management. So we don't train on skills of knowledge of what they are doing in a product or service kind of thing, but it's more on
the four different challenges. Who are the people offering for the IoT Izmir?
4 challenges. We have a challenge from Ericsson.
Ericsson is the augmented reality.
We have Beamer. Beamer is a local company. It's about logistics.
Yes.
We have
the sensor company.
The sensor company is Sadeo. So
do they build their own sensors?
They have their own sensors and they have their own platform with own APIs.
I'd love to check it out. Okay.
Yeah, that's very nice. And then the fourth one is AKG.
Okay.
And AKG is actually a company that creates or that produces cement.
Okay.
And they had some questions about the oven. How can we track our oven, because it's all about heating sand and stuff like that.
Wow. Okay, for their own. Okay. That's classic. Okay. Cool. So I have a question. You know what you told me about this MENA region and how you're seeding innovation and entrepreneurship. It's just unbelievable. Is this like unique to MENA region or a place where is, like you said, there's a language barrier and so they don't have the startup infrastructure in place, or do you think this can be expanded globally? Is it applicable somewhere else in the world?
For what I know, I don't know the world. I mean, I know Western Europe and I know the States.
Yes.
They are in another space at this moment. I mean, they have another track record, let's say,
yes.
in a way. We have to create this track record here. So
okay.
I'm just back from Singapore, for example. These people are already in the advanced startups. They are not in the early startups.
Yeah.
So it's clear that this region is about early startups. It's clear that this region is about getting an international scope.
Yeah.
Which means that it's a culture thing. So one of the professors that I talked to, for example, he says the applicable chord is the biggest problem. Everybody wants to live close to his mother, and this is like physically. Yeah. So they really want to be close to their family and to their peers. So in that sense, this is very a local problem that we have now.
Okay. But what about other countries within this region?
Yeah. So we are also working in Tehran. So for example, now for the moment, we are working in Tehran,
yes.
in Iran. Yeah. We see the same problem, exactly the same situation.
Okay.
So what we do now is we try to bring these people to Berlin. So we are also active in Berlin now.
Okay.
We try to bring these people to Singapore. Yes. So because we're also active there. So we try to
cross-pollinate with other.
Yeah. And then cross-fertilize. So
yeah.
exchange, like startups come from here and go to there, or in the other way around. That's one thing we do. Or just fertilize. Like there's a good team there, there's a good team here. Why don't you work together on the same problem, same issue?
They will work remotely across the globe.
The idea for us is now to connect with Europe on one side, Asia, so Asia on another side, and we are in the middle. So for me, going to the States it sounds nice. Everybody talks about Silicon Valley, but actually it's too far for the people here. Mm-hmm. It's too different for them. A flight of more than 10 hours and not being in the same time zone.
It's a lot more hours, yes.
So it's not the same time zone, so they lose the connection with their peers and then they want to go back anyway. So you cannot keep them somewhere. So Europe for them is the best case today because it's advanced, people are respectful of what they're doing in both ways, and we can learn from each other. So that's the most important thing.
And are they building, when you look at the ideas of what they're coming up with, is it trying to create something global, or is it trying to solve local problems in Turkey or Tehran?
Yeah. They're at this moment they are we copy what we see from outside and we try to do it in our own country. So it's not really the startup idea. It's more like localized versions for their own country. So we are in that stage now. But the next stage will be that they will start inventing things and then go global. So we are before that period. We are not yet there to go global now.
This is fantastic. Thank you so much for your time and your inspiration.
My ultimate pleasure. Thank you so much.